Legend Mick Foley, and you are watching C-RadTV here, right here on YouTube. Have a nice day.
This is Cody Diener, and you are watching C-RadTV on YouTube. And just like Cody Diener, C-RadTV lives by two simple words. Just give her, yeah.
How's it going, guys? It's Rad C at the Monday Night Raw review from April 8th. The Raw after WrestleMania. So yeah, we'll just get started with it. So we start off Raw with the new Universal Champion, Seth fucking Rollins, comes out. So Seth comes out to the ring, the crowd chants, "You deserve it." So then Seth goes on, he says that at Mania last night, he says it felt like climbing Mount Everest when facing Brock Lesnar. So then the crowd goes and then chants, "Thank you, Rollins." Of course, we're going to focus a bit on the chants too tonight, since it's the Raw after Mania, and the crowds usually have some of the best chants. So then Seth said that when he faced Brock Lesnar, he felt like he was hit by a Mack truck. And then Seth said his questionable tactics at Mania against Lesnar. Seth goes on and says that he didn't do anything Brock wouldn't have done to him. And then Seth says Brock can stay in Vegas, for all he cares. So then the crowd goes and then chants "Burn It Down," followed by the chant of "Ricochet." So then Seth goes on and says that he'll be a fighting champion everyone will be proud of. Yes, he will. Yeah, already, Seth has had the belt for one day, and he's already had a more impressive reign than Brock Lesnar, both of Brock Lesnar's 500-some days as champion combined. Yep, we're taking shots at Lesnar in this. So then all of a sudden, the New Day's music hits. And then the New Day, Big E, Xavier Woods, and the new WWE Champion, Kofi Kingston, come out to the ring. Kofi then goes on and says that Seth's eyes don't deceive him, while Kofi chants are going through the crowd. And then Kofi says that the New Day are on Raw, and then tells Seth, "Don't worry. The Superstar Shakeup is until next week." Yep, the shakeup is till next week, even though the brand split is technically over. So the Superstar Shakeup is pretty much now useless at this point. So of course Big E goes on and says that instead of waiting on SmackDown to celebrate, decided to come to Monday Night Raw instead and celebrate their WWE title win. So then while Big E announces Kofi as your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Big E in that sequence then goes on and does a perfect split. Yes, you heard that correctly. A guy Big E's size did a perfect split. Damn. So then after that, the crowd starts chanting, "This is awesome." And then Kofi goes on and cuts to the point and says that, and then Kofi challenges Seth to a winner-takes-all match. Title for title, winner takes all. In the main event tonight, Seth goes on, he accepts the challenge. So in the main event, it will be WWE title versus Universal title, winner takes all. But that's later on tonight. So continuing on, next up, we get our matchup for the Raw Tag Team titles. We get Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins, who's on a one-match winning streak now. Yes, we're going to talk about the winning streak. One-match winning streak. They're defending against the former champions, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, the Revival. So highlights in the match, Zack and Kurt's double-side slam Russian leg sweep combo was pretty good. Scott's and Dash's strikes are pretty good too, along with Scott's head toss. Kurt's drop kick and pay-away kick were pretty good too. The Revival's heart attack was pretty on point. Zack's faceplant and missile drop kick were good, and then Zack's second faceplant followed by a back body drop were pretty well done too. Zack's broski boot was also good, along with Kurt's elbow drop. Scott's brainbuster outside the ring was pretty good too, along with Revival's knee drop. Zack's neckbreaker was also good to the match ending. Kurt makes a tag. Revival hit the Shatter Machine on Zack Ryder. But the Revival never saw Kurt make the tag, so while Scott was looking for Zack Ryder for the pin, Kurt would then go and roll up Scott, and Kurt Hawkins gets the 3 count for the win to retain. So now Kurt Hawkins is on a 2-match winning streak. And they retain the titles. So Kurt did it again. Won again. So make that 2 for 271 now. We're going to make Kurt Hawkins great again, folks. Don't worry. So next up, we have Baron Corbin coming out to the ring. So Baron goes on and then mocks the WWE Universe for being crybabies, because everyone wanted Kurt versus John Cena, and they didn't get it. So then the crowd goes in and they do the asshole chant to Baron Corbin. Baron then goes on and shuts it down by saying that he takes that asshole chant as a compliment. And then Baron goes on and says that Kurt doesn't deserve to be in the same ring as him. So then the crowd goes and then starts chanting, "Shut the fuck up." So then Baron goes on and then tells everyone to stay classy. And then Baron goes on and calls the crowd a bunch of dirty New Yorkers. Not everyone in the crowd is from New York, Baron. There's a bunch of different countries in that crowd, too. I saw Canadian flags in there. I saw an Italian flag in there. Irish flags. There was, all kinds of fans from different countries, like Australia, England, and whatnot, and Russia. It's an international feel in there, so not everyone in there is a dirty New Yorker, so I'll raise my hand at that. So then Baron goes on and says that he deserves a gold medal. No, you don't. You don't deserve shit, motherfucker. So then Kurt Angle comes out. Kurt, of course, goes on. He takes the "you suck" chants. So as soon as Kurt gets in the ring, the crowd goes on and then chants "thank you, Kurt," because Kurt interrupted Baron Corbin. So then Kurt goes on. He says that Baron Corbin was the better man last night. And then Kurt says he wishes Baron luck. So then Kurt goes, he shakes Baron's hand, and then Kurt says he wishes Baron bad luck. Kurt then goes and then hits the angle slam on Baron Corbin, and then Kurt locks in the ankle lock on Baron, and then lets him go. And then Kurt Angle stands tall. But hold up, we ain't done yet, because while Kurt's music begins to play, then all of a sudden, Lars Sullivan's music hits. And then Lars Sullivan comes out to the ring. So Lars Sullivan has finally made his main roster debut a few months too late. So it looks like Lars Sullivan has finally got his anxiety issues complete. Alright, well I get to see what he does on the main roster. So Lars gets in the ring and then Lars goes and hits the freak accident on Kurt Angle. The crowd then goes and starts chanting doing the asshole chant to Lars. And then Lars finishes off by climbing to the top rope, and then Lars hits a flying headbutt on the Kurt Angle. And Lars Sullivan is standing tall at the end. Not now, kitty. My cat just walked into the room. So then next up, we get a one-on-one women's match. We get Alexa Bliss versus Bayley. Highlights of the match, well, Alexa and Bayley had a botched sunset flip that looked like shit. I'm not sure what the fuck that was supposed to be. During this match, though, we would get the whole Bayley song again. So then continuing on, Bayley's sunset flip powerbomb into the corner was pretty good. The match ending, Alexa will catch Bayley off guard, throwing Bayley in the corner. Alexa then hits the DDT on Bayley. Alexa gets the 3 count for the win. So Alexa gets her win one night after hosting WrestleMania. How about that? So next up, Becky Lynch, the new Raw and SmackDown Women's Champion. She comes out to the ring. The crowd immediately then goes and starts chanting, doing a "you deserve it" chant to Becky. Yes, Becky did deserve it. So then Becky goes on and then she starts a Becky 2-belt chant because she's got 2 belts. So then Becky goes on and then says that she entered Mania with nothing but left Mania with everything. Then the crowd goes on, they start singing Becky's theme song, humming the theme of it. So then the crowd goes on and then starts chanting to Becky, "You're the man." So then Becky goes on, says she will always find a way to win. Becky then goes on and once again calls Ronda a weirdo. Well, that was going perfect until you mentioned that, Becky. Please, Becky, for the love of God, come up with a better fucking insult than that. Not now, kitty. I'm in the middle of a review. You can go away. There we go. Now I'll get rid of her. So then Becky says that when Ronda's done sulking, she'll be waiting for her. So then Becky goes on, she takes a shot at Charlotte and McMahon's by saying that McMahon's will probably hand Charlotte the tag team titles. Don't give Vince any bright ideas, Becky. He might actually do it. So then Becky says that she's the redhead leather now with 2 shiny titles, and she welcomes all challengers. So then as Becky's leaving the ring, Lacey Evans' music hits and then Lacey Evans comes out to the ring. She does her walk down the ramp. And you're about to get the idea. But hold up. There's about to be a twist in all this. Lacey meets Becky at the end of the ramp. Lacey has a stare down with Becky. And then Lacey hits the women's rights on Becky Lynch. The big right punch. Striking Becky. So then as Lacey Evans is walking up the ramp, Becky Lynch goes and attacks up Lacey from behind, starting a brawl. Oh, so now Lacey Evans is finally going to do something, finally. Oh, now she is. Almost 3 months too late. You should have done something with Lacey before Mania. So, of course, brawl ensues. Then Becky would throw Lacey into the LED board. Becky would then lock in the disarmor on the stage on Lacey until the refs come out to break it up. So it looks like we're going to get Becky Lynch and Lacey Evans right after Mania. So we got the two female wrestlers that suck ass and insulting people, because on one end, you got Becky Lynch, who likes to call people weirdo and dopes. On the other end, you got Lacey Evans, who likes to call people nasties. Two people that can't insult, that can't come up, that can't do, reword that. Two females that can't insult people or name call people for shit. Actually, Becky can, but she only does that on Twitter. But she has to watch it now because Vince got pissed because the names she used on Twitter, like bitch and asshole and dumbass, are not PC. Fuck's sakes, quit caving into the PC culture. Fox was right to call your bitch ass out, Vince. Shout out to Fox Network for calling your bitch ass out. Telling you to not give in to the PC culture and get rid of this PG crap. Thank you, Fox, for doing that. So then next up, we get a tag team match. We get Ricochet and Aleister Black versus Chad Gable and Bobby Roode. During Aleister's entrance, the crowd would then sing Aleister Black's theme song, mainly the chorus. So the crowd's starting to learn the lyrics of Aleister's song. Again, it's the Raw after Mania. The crowd's always loud. Usually give them fuel, they'll turn into a goddamn bonfire. Highlights of the match. Aleister's arm flip was good. Chad's belly to back suplex is good, along with Ricochet's dropkick. Aleister's meteor followed by Ricochet's moonsault was pretty good, along with Ricochet's pump kick. Chad's overhead belly to belly was good, along with Ricochet's front roll dropkick. Aleister's leg sweep followed by a sliding knee was pretty good, along with Aleister's double moonsault. And during this match, we get the annual WrestleMania tradition of the Mexican wave in the crowd. It would go one way and then it'd go back the other way. So yeah, it ain't the Raw after Mania without the Mexican wave. So continuing on, Ricochet's twisting suplex is good, along with Bobby's spinebuster. Roode and Gable's moonsault neckbreaker combo is pretty good. But to the match ending, this was interesting. Ricochet would hit what looked like a code breaker. If it was a code breaker, it was botched, because he only got one knee on the Chad Gable's head instead of two knees. But Ricochet hits what looks like a code breaker on Chad Gable, and Ricochet gets the 3 count for the win. But after the match, Ricochet would have little time to celebrate, because after, Bobby Roode would come in and attack Ricochet from behind for post-match assault, and then Bobby would leave the ring once Aleister got in. So Bobby did the old hit and run technique. So then next up, we get a one-on-one match. We get Dean Ambrose versus Bobby Lashley. And by the way, this is Dean Ambrose's last match in WWE. I'm not sure which rumors to believe. On one rumor end, I hear that Dean signed an extension and that this is Dean taking time off. Another rumor says that Dean leaving WWE is real, and that Dean is actually leaving and is probably never going to come back. I'm not sure which rumor to believe, but if it's true that Dean is truly leaving, then WWE has now officially had their worst case scenario play out after Mania, because Dean Ambrose will be gone. And God knows for how long. And honestly, if Dean does leave WWE, I don't blame him, since the company is about as poorly run as a car crash. Like, it's just that bad. But anyway, we get to the matchup, Dean Ambrose versus Bobby Lashley. So Bobby comes out with Leo Rush. Leo couldn't even speak. He couldn't keep coming with words to hype up Bobby Lashley. after Bobby lost at Mania to the Demon Finn Balor. So then Bobby takes the microphone from Leo, and then Bobby says that when Dean's gone, Bobby says he'll make sure to take care of Dean's wife, Renee Young, who was on commentary. Of course, Dean took exception to those comments, and then Dean goes on and attacks Bobby Lashley for pre-match assault. Starts off in a brawl. Dean then takes the brawl to the stage. Dean would throw Bobby into the LED board, and then he'd hit the dirty deeds on Bobby Lashley right into the ramp. So then when Dean goes for the announce table, Leo Rush would then try and get involved, which allowed Bobby Lashley to hit a spear. After that, the crowd then starts chanting, "Lashley sucks." So then Bobby goes and then hits a chokeslam on Dean Ambrose through the announce table on the stage. The crowd then goes and then chants, "You still suck." So then Renee goes on and then checks on Dean Ambrose while the doctor's also going, and the crowd starts chanting, "Thank you, Ambrose." So yeah, this is Dean's final time in WWE, depending on which rumor is true. Do you know what, Dean? It's been fun watching you compete. Hope you have fun in a different company. Where would Dean probably go? Probably to AEW. That's what it looks like. You know, the ironic thing is that during the Hall of Fame speech, Triple H took a shot at AEW, calling AEW a pissant company. Does anyone see the irony in that? So Triple H calls AEW a pissant company, and yet WWE is a poorly run gong show. Fucking irony in that. So yeah, WWE is also a pissant company too. Like Triple H, WWE. Anytime you install another company, you just leave yourself open to have it backfire on you. So continuing on, next up, Sami Zayn's music hits, and then Sami Zayn comes out to the ring. Yes, Sami Zayn is finally back. After Sami has been gone for 10 months to get rotator cuff surgery on both his shoulders. But Sami is officially back. So then as Sami comes out, the crowd chant starts singing Sami's song. Then do a welcome back chant followed by the OLA chant. And oh, by the way, next week for Raw for the Superstar Shakeup, it's going to be in Montreal, in Canada. And in Montreal, that's where the OLA chants are loud and have originated. Mainly due to those Montreal Canadiens fans. Those Frenchies. So then Sami goes on and says that his schedule is wide open. And then Sami issues a open challenge to anyone in the back. So this open challenge was then accepted by the new Intercontinental Champion Finn Balor. So Finn comes out, and then as Finn comes out and they get ready to compete, we then find out that the match is now for the Intercontinental Championship. So we're getting a title match. So highlights of the match. Finn's arm drag was good along with Sami's arm toss. Finn's arm drag was good along with his drop kick and a third arm drag. Finn's basement drop kick was good along with his double leg stomp. Finn's payway kick was good. Sami's blue thunder bomb was also pretty good. Finn's sling blade was also good too, along with his missile drop kick into the corner. Sami's exploder into the corner was good too. So match ending, Sami would go for the Haluba kick. Sami would miss. Finn would then go and hit the coup de grace on Sami Zayn. Finn gets the 3 count for the win to retain the Intercontinental title. So after the match, while Sami's in the ring, Sami then grabs the microphone, and then Sami says that tonight reignites what has always ailed him. But then Sami goes on and says that the fans have missed him, but Sami then goes and says that he didn't miss WWE or the WWE Universe. So then Sami goes on and says that the WWE is a toxic environment because of the WWE Universe and their ugliness. So then Sami goes on and says that the fans are only good at being good critics. And then Sami says no one in the WWE Universe has the balls to look into themselves. So Sami is blaming the WWE Universe for why the company sucks. Sami, can I tell you something? It's not the fans' fault this company is a poorly run gong show. Because last I checked, the fans didn't run the company. Yeah, that whole thing. But the McMahon said the fans are the authority now. The McMahons were full of shit in that speech back in December. They were just trying to calm everybody down when the company was was fucking dog shit. And it completely backfired. So then Sammy goes and then says that the WWE Universe are the evil overlords. Yes, we are now the evil empire. Time to execute Order 66. So then Sammy goes and then says the right thing to do is to come out and hold everyone in the WWE Universe accountable. And then Sammy tells everyone in the crowd he'll see them in hell. So there's Sammy going back to being a heel again. But Sammy, it's not the fans' fault this company is a poorly run shithole. You gotta blame Vince McMahon and the creative team. Mainly the creative team for their terrible ass promos. Vince and the producers for their fucking shitty ass booking. And the shitty ass matches that come out as a result. Like, it's upper management's fault the company's a poorly run shithole, not the fans' fault. Honestly, I think people blaming the fans is why the company sucks or why it's gone downhill. I think it's just a poor excuse to just to just defend management instead of looking to the real reasons why it sucks. Yeah, you can't fool me that easy, folks. So then next up we have Elias in the ring. So then Elias goes on and says that John Cena, fuckboy Buckethead, ruined his Mania moment again. Yes, he did. Mania 34, he ruined your moment. Mania 35, he ruined your moment. John Cena, fuckboy Buckethead, leader of men. So then Elias goes on and says that John Cena's no musician. I agree with that. Cena's rap track sucks ass. Dr. Thugonomics, more like Dr. Fraudonomics. Cena ain't no fucking rapper. Who the fuck he trying to fool? So then Elias goes on and says that Cena's a fake, phony, humble piece of garbage riding his coattails. Yes, I don't agree with the coattails part, but Cena is a fake, phony piece of trash. Because Cena is a piece of shit that pulls politics and buries young talent. That's better than him. So then Elias goes on and says that it's easy to rap. So then Elias puts the guitar down and then starts rapping. So during Elias' rap, Elias says that Cena brought out his golden shovel at WrestleMania. But what Cena can't realize is that Elias can't be buried. But odds are, when Cena comes back, he'll probably spin the truth and say he doesn't have a golden shovel. Motherfucker, Cena, you do have a golden shovel. You've been burying talent for fucking 14 years. That's been better than your bitch ass. Do I have to name the fucking list again on your bitch ass? And then Elias says that he has 3 fingers, but he then says, John Cena, the middle finger is for you. Yes, the middle finger is also for you, John. Fuck John Cena. Fuck that fake piece of trash. Then Elias goes on and says that the next man to interrupt him is a dead man. And lo and behold, the most ironic thing ever happens. The lights go out, and then the bell rings. And then Undertaker's music hits. And then the old bastard himself, the Undertaker, comes out to the ring. So Taker gets in the ring. Elias starts to lead the ring. He then gets back in. And then the crowd starts chanting, Taker's gonna kill you. And also during Elias' segment, they were also chanting, walk with Elias. So then both Elias and Taker go face to face. So then Elias goes to take a shot at Taker, but then Taker hits a big boot on Elias. Taker then goes and hits a choke slam, followed by a tombstone pile driver, and then Taker gets a ceremonial 3 count with no ref, but the crowd chanted 3 for him real quick. And then Taker stands tall. But yeah, Taker makes his appearance after Raw after WrestleMania. But yeah, Mania was like the first time in 19 years that Undertaker didn't compete at Mania. So I guess Taker wasn't joking when he said he was retiring. He's done with being in the ring. He'll probably show up for segments, that's it. But yeah, honestly, Taker should have retired a long time ago, to be perfectly honest. Honestly, he should have retired after Mania 28 once he went 20-0. But I guess, Taker felt like he could have gone a little longer, but honestly, he should have retired after Mania 28. It was the perfect time then. So then next up, we get our main event, the winner takes all match. Universal Champion Seth Rollins versus WWE Champion Kofi Kingston. So highlights in the match. Seth's head toss is good along with his mid-air dropkick to counter springboard crossbody. Very well done from both men. Seth's enziguri was good along with Kofi's DDT. Kofi's overhead kick in the corner was pretty good. But after that kick, the bar, Sheamus and Cesaro would get in the ring, and the bar would then attack Kofi Kingston, forcing the DQ. But in a winner-takes-all match, you can't win both titles by DQ or countout, so Seth still gets to keep his title. But yeah, Kofi was going to win the match regardless. So then after the match, the bar would continue their attack on Kofi Kingston for post-match assault. Seth Rollins would then come in and come to the aid of Kofi Kingston, clears the ring of Sheamus and Cesaro. So then Seth goes and then challenges the bar to an impromptu tag team match. The bar, of course, accepts, so once the bell rings, the crowd then starts doing the bullshit chant. But yeah, to the matchup now, so now it's Seth Rollins and Kofi Kingston versus the bar. Highlights of the match, Seth's swing blade was good along with Cesaro's body slam into the apron, along with Sheamus' Irish curse onto the barricade. Cesaro's uppercuts are pretty good too, along with Kofi's springboard clothesline. Also, during this match, a beach ball was then introduced back into the crowd again. It's not Mania week without a beach ball in the crowd. Of course, the beach ball would be up in the air until a security guard turned heel and took the ball away. And then the crowd started chanting, "We want beach ball," and so then the fan knocks the beach ball out of the guard's hands. And then it goes up in the air again. You can even see on the TV the beach ball in the crowd. And you can see on the TV also that a fan would then take the ball and then rip it a half. So yeah, the fan takes this too seriously. Because everyone's like, "Oh, but it's so disrespectful. Like, anyone that plays with a beach ball in the crowd is an uncultured swine that shouldn't be watching professional wrestling." You wanna know how you fix this situation? You actually have the fucking matches be fucking watchable. Because if the crowd's playing with a beach ball in the crowd, then guess what? It's obvious the crowd is not into the match. Hint, hint, motherfuckers. So yeah, Vince McMahon, I'm talking to you specifically. So yeah, you wanna know how you fix that crowd thing? How about you not half-ass the matches, you actually make them fucking watchable and get people into it? But honestly, Vince, I think the beach ball rule needs to go. Because, Vince, ever since you enforced the rule, Vince, you have been unsuccessful at banning beach balls from the arena. Because they're still snuck in. You'll threaten to charge them, but the fans will still bring them in anyway and play with them in the crowd. You can take them away. You can have the guards take them away. But they'll still play with them anyway. Like, you can try all you want, Vince. The fans are still gonna sneak in beach balls and play with them in the crowd regardless. So you know what, Vince? You may as well get rid of the no beach ball rule. But then again, that'll probably not happen because Vince does not want the fans to have fun. He just wants us to be boring. Just like the WWE as a whole. Boring. But anyway, continuing on with the matchup. Kofi's boom drop was good along with his SOS, but Cesaro would break up the pin at 2. Seth's suicide dive was good along with Kofi's crossbody. Sheamus' pump knee was going along with Seth's super kick. Match ending, Kofi would hit the Trouble in Paradise on Cesaro. Cesaro would then fall on all fours. Seth would then hit the stomp on Cesaro. Seth gets the 3 count for the win. So Seth and Kofi stand tall on the Raw after WrestleMania to end it off. And of course, next week the Superstar shakeup on both Raw and SmackDown. Who will go where? People both showing up on both Raw and SmackDown. Because the brand split is actually technically over, so the shakeup is now meaningless. But yeah, overall, Raw was pretty meh. Wasn't a terrible show, but it wasn't that good. It was pretty mediocre. Another mediocre show. Wasn't expecting much, since it's the Raw after WrestleMania. They want everyone to take it easy after. So in terms of Raw rating, 4 out of 10. But yeah, it's the Raw after Mania. SmackDown after Mania is probably going to be as crazy too. But yeah, what else is new? But yeah, let's see what happens. So yeah, Mania 36 in Tampa Bay next year at Raymond James Stadium. So yeah, we'll see this crowd again next year. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, folks. Hope everyone has a great day, and yeah, peace out.